All right. Sanity Corner / I Feel Petty. Alyssa, how are you feeling this week?
Erin, I needed to dig deep for some sanity, and I feel like you are really going to be into this one. Are you ready?
Okay, I think so.
So you know how much, I have lived where I live on and off since I was a kid, and the climate has really changed, and it really has upset me, and, trees are dying and plants are not thriving. And Erin, you specifically have talked about how stupid you think lawns are.
Yes, I hate lawns.
You
Fuck
hate
a lawn.
lawns. And so do you know what I have been3doing for the last couple of weeks?
Burning people's lawns.
No, so much better.
Oh, okay.
I am preparing and have been working with a company, because you actually need help sometimes, to create a native meadow in my backyard.
Wow.
And because you know what? I don't want grass. I don't want to irrigate. And do you know, they have brought me so much joy. They're I've been on the Ladybird, I think it's the Ladybird website, wildflower.org, where you can go through all of the native wildflowers in your area. And I'm decided that I want shades of blue and orange. I want things that pop. I want things that leave lots of seeds for the birds in winter. Because it's the native meadow is a year-round gift to your environment. Mm-hmm. And it is, instead of, and I know we've been talking so much about TikTok and everything, instead of watching terrible TV shows that I don't actually enjoy to kill the time so that I'm not watching the news, which is equally fucking terrible, I have just been researching wildflowers for my native meadow, and I am so joyful about it, and I can't wait for you to see it, because I think you, of all people, will really love it.
And
it takes years. It takes years.
I am so excited. In California, you can just throw seeds down, and if it rains enough, they'll grow. I somehow ended up with a poppy field in front of my house this year.
See, that's so beautiful.
And yeah, there's orange and yellow flowers, and I think the red ones are probably going to come up soon. But you basically are just I don't know, here's some flowers. And then God is a better gardener than I am, which is distressing. No matter how hard I work, I will never be as good at growing shit as just leaving things alone is at growing shit.
But I had to bring it to Sandy, because one, it has brought me so much joy, but also because you're the one who really got me thinking about it last summer when you were lawns are stupid. And then I was lawns are stupid. And then I'm wait a minute. I can give the deer and the birds and the bees, and then someday, Erin, I'm going to get bees.
Oh, that's great. We love it. We love a bee.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for coming to my wildflower TED Talk.
Bluebells
will abound.
My favorite TikTok, speaking of TikTok, RIP if it's going to happen, but there's this couple in California, and they walk around with salt shakers of native seeds and they just walk around the Bay Area and just sprinkle all over. It's not eco-terrorism, but it's something they do as a form of protest that these wildflowers should be growing everywhere, and they go back and visit it and do progress videos, and it's
I'm
so
going to find that. I'm going to find that.
I know the couple that you're talking about, and they're awesome. They're so cool. You know what I think HGTV should do to atone for its terrorism in enforcing open floor plans on everybody?
Thank you so much. I hate an open floor
They
plan.
need to do a fuck your lawn show where they have somebody come in and redo a lawn so that it's more appropriate for whatever climate.
Okay, wait, they do, not HGTV, but on Max, which I guess, no, it is, because Discovery Plus,
they're the same.
mergers, there's this really good renovation show, but it's gardens. It's this Black woman who's a farmer based in Atlanta.
Oh.
So she takes people's houses and she hears what they want to do, and they literally she's if you want to do blueberries, you have to do it on this side of the lawn, or this irrigation, or this raised flower bed. It's so healing. It's so beautiful, because she does urban farming, and she has such a calm demeanor, and it's beautiful in Georgia and all this stuff. It's really cute. Should definitely watch it. It's called Homegrown, I think.
Okay. All right. I'll definitely check that out.
Homegrown. I'm Googling as we speak.
Yes.
I'll go next. I am feeling petty this week, and I started feeling petty on my way into the office this morning. I parked in the parking garage, and parking garages have gone off the rails. Parking lots have gone completely off the rails. They'll have 90% of the spots will be labeled compact and the compact spots are barely wide enough to park a compact SUV. right? And like that is what most people drive now. Cars are bigger now than they were 20 years ago. And parking spaces have never been smaller because people are greedy about packing as many cars in there as possible. When I was like super pregnant with my first daughter, I once had somebody park so close to me that I could not physically get into my car. I had to like 9 months pregnant, climb over the back seat of my car to get into the front seat. And it was because of these fucking compact spots. So here's the thing. If you have a car that is like most definitely not a compact car, a lifted truck, for example, do not park in the compact spots. Don't do it. Find another spot. Like, that is not a spot for you. Your car is too big. You made a choice to drive a ridiculous machine around because you feel bad about your dick. Why is that everybody else's problem? Park it in a place that is appropriately sized. Fuck your big fucking truck. That's the other. Fuck a lawn, fuck a truck. I
agree. You know what size car you bought, okay?
You know what size
car you bought.
Live with the natural consequences of your actions. I swear to God, a lot of straight men are missing a piece in their brain that lets them understand natural consequences. You did this. This is what happens. What? No. This is, you bought a big truck. You don't get to park in a compact spot.
But
you don't.
And Erin, not even to that. That is a huge offender. But like, for example, I drive a Subaru Forester. Guess what? I know that there's a car called a Crosstrek that's smaller than mine. I think to myself, the compact spot's for the Crosstrek, not the Forester. Do you know what I mean? Just be a good citizen. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Disturbing statistic is that trucks have gotten bigger, but truck beds have gotten smaller or stayed the same. So it's not even that they're getting more space in the truck bed. It's literally the trucks have gotten larger. And also the same ethos is with dog parks, with the small dog park and the big dog park.
So huge.
People be playing it. It's like, girl, you know your dog is big. You have a German Shepherd. It should not be on the 25 pounds or less side.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to body shame dogs, but...
Well, also, like, if you have a German Shepherd and they're such a pussy that they can't be around dogs their own size, that is on your parenting, right? Like, you should have done a better job raising that dog.
Mom shame.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, we maybe should bring back a little bit of mom shaming because... permissive parenting is creating a generation of iPad kids and large dogs in the small dog park.
As you hear my small dog slam his water bowl in the back, like, give me water.
All right, Alise, are you feeling petty or is something keeping you sane this week?
You know what? What Millie just said about dog parks just switched me into petty gear so hard that I have something.
Okay.
If you are at the dog park and you bring a ball, you cannot be mad that other dogs want to play with that ball.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They are dogs, okay? I have gone to a dog park on multiple occasions where my dog is playing with a ball that another dog parent brought, and I get, excuse me, your dog is playing with my ball. Yeah, he is, because he doesn't know what property is. He's a dog. Do you want me to explain? Do you want me to try to explain what property is to my dog? You need to understand that toys that are in the dog park, all the dogs are going to play with them. That is just what's going to happen. I cannot spend my entire time at the dog park just trying to get your ball from my dog. You're throwing a ball at a dog park, okay? Other dogs are going to play with it. Teach your dog to get its own damn ball, okay? Teach your dog about property then. Because my dog, Rusty, he doesn't understand. And he thinks we're all just playing. He is a sweet, sweet angel who thinks everybody is playing with him. And if you want to play privately with your dog, then you need to go somewhere where it will be only you and your dog and your ball. Do not bring toys to the dog park and then be all fussy about the fact that other dogs are playing with that toy. Because again, dogs don't know what private property is. And they never will. And I don't want them to. And that's that.
Yes.
Oh, that's a strong anti-private property among dogs stance, but I have to respect it because of the passion behind it. Millie, petty or sanity corner this week?
I'm being petty. I'm feeling petty. I feel petty about the Oscars.
Oh,
Guys, Oppenheimer was boring. It's almost 3 hours long, and it's about a fucking project manager. Listen, project managers are important. Male project managers get way more respect than female project managers. That's an argument for another day. But in the time where I just feel like right now Hollywood is punishing DEI. Hollywood, it's just kind of like the backlash to all the progress we made. Everything Everywhere All at Once swept the Oscars last year, and everyone's like, no, fuck that. This movie starring Asian people about generational trauma, we're going to do a boring-ass movie that's 3 hours long with almost no women speaking in it about bombing Asian people, and it's going to win everything. I'm sorry. It's fucking off. It's weird. Barbie deserved so much more. I go back and forth, but I will say after watching Poor Things, Barbie was the most feminist movie. Anatomy of a Fall, yes, we should all push our husbands out of the window. But I'm just saying, like, yes, that's kind of my petty thing. It's like, listen, Killian, beautiful man. Beautiful man. Would I? Absolutely. I love Ireland. Go Ireland. But come on, y'all. Come on.
Yeah. I had some problems with the Oppenheimer movie. My husband and I were watching it together. My husband works like adjacent to entertainment. He works in like film and TV advertising. So he like watches movies for work, right? Mm-hmm. And he's seen like a billion movies. And there was a point where I looked at him and I was like, is this movie supposed to be good? Because I felt like I was getting a Wikipedia entry read to me. Like the dialogue was so weird. Like there would be characters. I get that you have to have, exposition through dialogue and you need a character to be like, well, you went to Harvard. But like there were so many instances where one character would be like reminding us of who the character they were talking to was, which is something that really bothers me as like a device in a script. So like there's a scene where like, and now that you've heard it, if you ever see Oppenheimer again, you're going to see it everywhere and you're going to be like, oh God. There's a scene where like Oppenheimer says to his brother, "You're my brother." It's like, oh man, I think Christopher Nolan needs smarter friends. There are some movies that get made and you're like, the person who wrote and directed this needs to spend more time around people that are smarter than the people that they are currently spending time around. And I think Oppenheimer was a really good example of that. And so yeah, I'm 100% on board.
Or someone to say no, or someone to say, you know what, let's cut an hour out of this.
Mm-hmm.
James Cameron, Chris Nolan, like just not saying it. And also, when you said that, Erin, I just thought of Arrested Development, like, hey, brother, hey, mother. Like,
hey, mother.
Hey, mother.
My favorite movie that I saw this year was The Zone of Interest. I thought it was like the most I never care to watch that movie again. I will never watch it again. But it was like, it was said the most. It made the most interesting point. And
it was very effective in its art. And I mean, what a year for Sandra Hüller, man.
Yes.
I feel like she was the most evil one in the whole, like,
yes.
Her performance as the Nazi wife really shook me.
The Hausfrau.
Queen
to my
of
core.
Auschwitz.
When she's giggling, going, "I'm the Queen of Auschwitz." I was like,
no.
Chilling.
When she puts on the lipstick that's in the pocket of the coat. Ooh.
No, yeah. And sorry, I giggled when you said Zone of Interest because
It's an important story.
Me and Alise went to go see it together, and we went to Cobble Hill Cinema, which is like the smallest
I used to live
cinema.
right near there.
Yeah, so small, so compact, so intimate. And I was like, I have a show. I'm going to do Butter Boy, which is like a pretty popular show in New York City, comedy show. I was like, I'm going to, go to this movie with Alise. I'm going to eat dinner while I watch this thing, and then I'm going to go. And I brought a hoagie. I brought a Hero, and I brought crinkle cut chips, the fancy ones, and I brought all this shit to eat. And it was the quietest movie. I'm trying to eat a sandwich, a bodega sandwich, while during this thing. I know. I did not know.
Okay.
It was sound design for the Oscars because it's so quiet.
Yes.
And it's
but
like,
Millie, can I just tell you, I did an identical thing at Cobble Hill Cinemas for Zero Dark 30. There used to be a sandwich street. There used to be a sandwich shop down the street that made these incredible sandwiches. And I was like, I'm going to go see Zero Dark 30 after work, grab a sandwich on the way. This is a movie about shit getting blown up and guys shooting. It's going to be so loud. No, the first half of that movie is not a loud movie. And the noise happens in like 5-second increments. So I'd be like unwrapping it real quick or like trying to take a bite real quick. And then
that was me.
Yeah. Oh my
God. Because I'm like, surely it's Auschwitz. Like, this is not going to be a quiet movie. Lo and behold, it wins for its quiet sound.
Yeah, it turns out that the fact that like ambient sound is like the point of the movie, as we quickly learned. So I will say, like, watching Zone of Interest for me, I was stressed from within and without because I'm like, I can tell Millie's really trying to open this sandwich.
It's New York City, so it's like 5 layers of wax paper and all this shit. And then
in a bag. It did not work out right. And I felt bad because I remember in the car you said, I'm really hungry. I can't wait to eat the sandwich. And I said, my poor friend is really just trying to get this hoagie open and it's not happening.
It was a turkey club. Man.
Oh my God. And then the parts of the movie that are like slightly loud are loud in a way that makes you not want to eat things.
Yeah, like, no, I didn't. I lost my appetite.
Yeah.